They're effective at playing around the mid game. They're pretty smart around their side lane usage as well. But then when they need to play around objectives, their setups aren't always optimal. So you end up in this very awkward back and forth because they don't have a play. They're in a good position to set up for these objectives, and it's ultimately just going to be a cross map. And it comes back to what we were talking about earlier. What is the early game priority going to be for these junglers? Fnatic has push on
as well, which makes it a little bit more tricky to lock him up. As they step forward, might look for a Nature's Grasp. There's a Shadowing Strike. Alvaro is going to come in from the side. Make it rain. From Super will get the slow, but I don't think MDK can do much with a single cannon and a caster there. Equalizer down on Mirwin. He dashes away with a Pathmaker. Not falling for the trap of Q3ing Oscar and then pulling him back across the Equalizer that we saw happen yesterday. Nature's Grasp comes out, tanked up. Noah has to cleanse away. Jun flashes underneath the tower. Alvaro flashes forward. Noah away from this as the bullet time rains hell down onto the face of Jun. The curtain's open, but Yoyo will be able to walk away from this one. More about clearing the wave than anything here for Noah.
Nicely done by MDK.
Should be able to clear out the wave. Mirwin, Q3, knocked back with the Bolt Breaker, but Pathmaker keeps him alive. Noah underneath the tower, taking a couple of shots. Will they look for more on this dive? Mirwin still has the all-out. Humanoid's on his way across to bolster the attack, and Mirwin, even with an all-out, can't get out of that. Razork has to flash away. The True Shot barrage goes wide, and Fnatic find a kill on the dive.
Oscar waiting for Humanoid to come down, and when all four members were ready, they caught Mirwin off, and as MDK have clearly set their sights on the top tower, maybe Fnatic is looking at a redive.
Can wait for it. True Shot barrage comes out. That tower still has one plate on it. Pathmaker in, but Razork's tanking the turret. All out comes out. There's the Magnus Storm as well. Mirwin down to half HP. Humanoid dashing forward. No mana on the Corki now as Super and Alvaro continue to rattle on that top lane turret. They should be able to take this first. Another wave comes in about 5 seconds, and no wave for Fnatic.
They do give the Dragon to MDK, but I think the only mistake Fnatic... Oh, actually, might give Mirwin here.
Flash forward with the Vault Breaker into the cease and desist. Mirwin tries to dash away, but he's already on 300 HP. A dash, a flash, not enough with the Magnus Storm pulling him back. Fnatic get their second on the board.
This should open up this top tower as well. The damage is already done earlier. Alvaro hovering around to try and deny.
Second Mirwin steps up past that. I have a feeling Fnatic are going to start those TP plays and see if they can very quickly pick someone off and just start to elevate their game plan a little bit more. Maybe even finding more of those here.
First one to be caught out, and he's going to go down immediately. The Equalizer not well placed. Cease and desist going in, but the shield is enough for Scowie with the locket. There's one for Super. Razork dashing back in, but he's going to be put in the dirt for a double. And MDK come alive.
A nice collapse from MDK. Fnatic was stacking on the top side, and they were making the rotation towards mid, and MDK was able to punish them in that movement. An area of the map that Fnatic didn't have full information of. Alvaro gets another one, and now MDK will secure the mid tier 2. Oh, I spoke too soon. They didn't have enough of a minion wave.
A lot of their fans as well. This is not the MDK that I expect to show up. They're taking a very standard build and beating Fnatic at their own game.
Cheating tempo as well here. Elioya took the long way round. Jun thought everyone had gone back to base, but he's the only one doing that now. Sent back to the fountain. A TP in as MDK may turn their eyes towards the Baron.
Yeah, why not? The numbers advantage. Noah's still not respawned yet, and he's going to take a while to get back there. Mirwin can act on zoning duty, and they're going to accelerate this game.
No Equalizer for Oscar in Mirwin being the bouncer, holding Razork at bay. Humanoid coming in, no vision over the wall. There's one sapling there as Mirwin jumps in. The Antofus come out, the Nature's Grasp to follow up. And Razork is sent packing. MDK keep the Baron aggro. The curtain's open and Yoya dashes in with a twisted advance. Hit with one shot, a second hits Mirwin, but Humanoid tries to steal, can't get it. Good smite from Elioya as MDK take control. Much standing gold off the map as possible, and then still reset and go for that Drake.
And look at the difference between the AD carries. Infinity Edge now finished for Super. Ooh, Alvaro.
Equalizer goes down, Magnus Storm as well to follow up. Okay, maybe they can't use the entirety of the Baron buff to push in after losing Alvaro, but
they really should have drifted from mid to top and forced pressure onto Fnatic, but by trying to go for the mid lane turret, Alvaro gets punished. No, Jun might be.
Face check, splashes away, Vault Breaker in by Razork. Currently it's only a 4v4, the TP behind, but the bullet time, dodge this! Razork sent packing, the rest of Fnatic retreating. Humanoid's behind MDK right now, but doesn't really have a way to join the fray. Oscar in is slowed up with the Make It Rain. Scowie and Humanoid might butt heads.
Force alive, but you don't want to go for that objective immediately. You want to leverage the fact that there are dead members on the side of Fnatic to siege onto these towers. Oscar may have overstepped.
Mirwin going in, Pathmaker flashed away from. Had to respect the fact he could be pulled back by Mirwin. And now the Drake in the eyes of MDK. Alvaro already so far.
Yeah, they had the 4 versus 5, so just thought, hey, we can just out-muscle you, and now they're getting muscled on the top side. It's Alvaro gets him!
Oh my God! You just don't get a chance to move. No flash, of course. That was burned in the bot lane by Mirwin earlier on. Humanoid trying to push that out, but Mirwin's going to catch him.
I mean, if I could surmise that from one of the great philosophers, yeah, observers once again highlighting this darkness that MDK consistently creates.
Flashes in, the bullet time comes in for the cease and desist. Equalizer laid down as well, and Super's been locked up on it. Keeper's verdict, guilty for 2. Jun and Razzle chucked away, but Oscar in and ignited, but he'll survive to fight another day. They thought they'd caught Super, but it's not quite enough damage. It's away. That Lightning Jewel.
Yeah, we're yet to really see a strong fight from Fnatic. The TP flank.
Nature's Grass goes out. Razzle has to step forward, has the Bolt Breaker, will dash down, but Frescawi begins to open up. Now, Elioya's been caught. Mirwin tries to get to the back line. Frescawi's already killed off Razzle down towards the bottom side of the fight. The all-out pulls back Humanoid! And MDK welcome him to the family, as Vin Diesel would say. They take him out, and Fnatic now only have 3 to try and defend the Baron play from MDK.
I mean, it's an easy Baron and a well-executed fight. MDK, the concerns that I had around their engage are just proving to be a non-factor. They leverage the Maokai ultimate to split apart Fnatic. They have Mirwin finding these flanks, and they use Alvaro as a flash stun bot. Yep. He's just willing to go in for anything. And now they find themselves with...
And even a difficult composition of that to execute, and they're executing well.
They do still need to break the base. Super.
Cease and desist in. Keeper's verdict. Stopwatch from Super. Didn't expect him to have that one in his toolkit. And now Razzle pays the price for not pressing tab. Noah's caught in the bullet time. And MDK are going to rip straight through Fnatic and take game 1.
Super with the smart purchase to buy himself a little bit more time in the fight. He knows that if he gets caught, the game can be turned, but he will not get caught. He will not be denied. And MDK are looking to go 1-0 up in this best of 5.
Oscar in and trying to do anything he can to defend, but I'm afraid he can't do much. Set Packing joins his team in body bags as MDK go 1-0 up in this series.
Whew. What a game from Madline's Koi. Great, slow pressure in the early stages, constantly trading back and forth, making sure that they were going to be okay coming out of that early game, and then executing well around Fog of War, finding picks on basically abusing Fnatic playing a standard League of Legends around their vision, and that was fantastic.
I mean, it was the vision game. Follow up on the Vi. Cassante has the ability to create flanks and disruption within the team fight, and Nautilus' follow-up CC just makes it harder for these champions with the dashes to escape.
Yura might look for a gank here. Razok's already working his way down through the river. He'll be on the Scuttle Crab. Will he realize that Elioya's going bot? Flash forward from Alvaro into the hook. Noah flashes away and dashes 2. Jun still has a flash of his own, puts the Ignite down, and Elioya almost falling first. He does! Noah gets double buffs. And Super and Alvaro can only stand and watch.
The idea there for MDK was...
Still only get that 1 might spawn. At the moment, Alvaro is trying to play it down towards this bottom side. Razok coming in as well. Frescawi's the TP earlier on. Shield of Daybreak for the Sun. Twisted Advance for the follow-up. And Alvaro doesn't have a flash to get out. The hook tanked by Razok. But with the Vi coming in, Elioya's looking for a bit more damage. Has to flash away himself. Frescawi opening up with the Lightning Crash. Still a possibility for him. He continues to put the damage down into Jun's back. And he will force him away.
Great pick from MDK, though. The problem for Fnatic was Jun went in, didn't have any...
And Tofos for the knockback. Oscar in. Going to be flashed on. All out. Alvaro coming in, looking for the auto. He dredge lines the wall, but he can still get the auto down on Oscar. He can't because of that steadfast presence. Jun now joining the fray, but he's in the midst of 4. Keeper's verdict knocks back 2, and Tofos will knock Oscar in and back into Super's clutches. Doesn't have the damage.
It's going to be a cancel. Don't ask me why. It's just what my gut is telling me.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs, Vedi.
What are you saying, Dagda?
Infernal.
Yeah, okay, bro. Okay.
Hey, you didn't ask me quick enough. That's what I mean.
All right, are they going to throw in a dive here? Yes, they are.
TP coming in from Fnatic. Counter TP out by MDK. Super able to supercharge his way out. Solar Flare. And the damage on Alvaro is huge. Ignite ticks on him. Jun takes the kill. Frescawi under the turret now. 1 minion left. Twisted Advance, Lightning Crash coming out as well, but with the Zenith Blade follow-up, there's not really much Frescawi could do. Jun will die to Super. A 2-for-1 exchange in the top lane. Oscar has to dash away, still has the flash. The cease and desist will chase him down. Mirwin going in. Steadfast presence gives him a little bit of movement speed and enough to get out of the clutches of Mirwin, but not out of the clutches of Elioya, who's knocked up with a Keeper's Verdict and has to flash out of the range of the tower.
Oscar's poppy damage. I mean, that might change now.
Go on, minions. Ticket. Oh.
Oh,
They will.
they will. They'll definitely.
Jun goes in with the Zen Blade. Alvaro with a good hook to block the engagement with a Solar Flare and a True Shot barrage through the heart of Alvaro. Mirwin TP'd in. MDK was still looking for the fight, but they haven't really done enough damage to Fnatic to continue this battle. Keeper's Verdict knocks back one. Season Assist will dodge it from Elioya. Steadfast presence into the knock into the wall, and Elioya realizes maybe it would have been better to be found guilty by the hammer. Pathmaker in by Mirwin, the all-out to follow up. Oscar still surviving, and Mirwin having to flash away. Humanoid on the chase, flashes in, and Super, not that much longer. He manages to flash the wall and escape for the moment. The Valkyrie to follow up. The missiles missing, but Humanoid's autos do not. Fnatic are going to wipe away MDK, only Mirwin left standing.
MDK hadn't got into position yet. Scout was still pushing out top, so Fnatic, they find that play just before Madline's Koi can get around that Rift Herald, and they slaughter them. They completely decimate them, and now, with 7 kills to their name, a Rift Herald.
A couple of bushes to catch Fnatic out, but even if they try and get control of this bot side river, Elioya's on the flank, he's been spotted. Alvaro flashing in with the hook. That's a death sentence if I've ever seen one. He might as well be playing Thresh. Fnatic find another. Alvaro learning from Mickey yesterday.
Phase will be interrupted. I mean, this game is like the complete opposite of what we saw in game 1. While we credited MDK for their superior vision control, catching Fnatic off guard, this time around the fight
Just game 1, bit slow, bit ropey, and they just ramp up over the course of it, and it looks significantly better now. Mirwin onto Humanoid.
Humanoid TP'd in behind Mirwin here, and I don't think Mirwin has a leg to stand on. He's going to try and go in with the all-out, but the True Shot barrage comes in. Nature's Grasp invested as well from Razzle, just to make sure that Humanoid survive.
I mean,
That bottom wave, but as for the moment, sure, MDK can just continue to push here, but Fnatic now grouping up again. I'm afraid scaling onto bot side, they will actually just get a moment.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's your other option. You just play the war of attrition and rely on the fact that you have...
Will he poke down while taking those Mystic shots from Noah and the missiles from Humanoid? The Lord Dominic's regards.
I'm just looking at what MDK are trying to achieve. They will get Humanoid here, it looks like.
Killer Instinct in as well with the Season Assist. That's what they're trying to do. However, I don't think to get the kill.
Well, I would have had more time if he gave up on Lord Dominic's regard points.
It was an important point, Rob. Okay. Can't lose the Boas as they continue with the chase. The Solar Flare coming down, and now Elioya almost falls the locket. He does go down in the end, and it's Jun getting the kills, but the support's very hungry for blood. Noah can't quite hit the Mystic Shot. Flashes in. He'll find the final auto. MDK over Sap, and Fnatic pounce immediately.
And that's what I wanted to try and get onto, was Mirwin was on the wrong side of that equation as MDK were going for it. So even if you get the initial pick, Fnatic should be able to try and group up and find you back without Mirwin getting in position first. And now Fnatic are in a position where they can take the Baron. So nice recovery.
Yeah. Mary.
Well, I mean, we talked about how they needed to do something like that. Find a pick, but I think they should have immediately turned their attention.
Tier 2 from it. As Super pushes out that mid lane. Humanoid dashing in. Those rockets starting to really hurt now. Mirwin's still on that front line, but with a cannon minion and a few casters, Fnatic will be able to open up the base. They dive forward with the Zenith Blade as well. And Mirwin is down. MDK 4 strong. Can they defend? Fnatic might look for more. The base comes out from Super. Keeper's Verdict, who you're looking for, Oscar. It's just the Poppycopter for now, as he steps forward with the Steadfast presence. Jun going in with the Zenith Blade, Season Assist on the backline, but Elioya's all alone in the midst of 5 Fnatic players. And now Fnatic begin to open up on those Nexus towers. Alvaro can't really defend this, but Scary trying to do everything he can, but the hook is met once again with a Steadfast presence from Oscar Rinin, and a Steadfast presence he's been this game. 007. Call him Oscar Rinin Bond, as Fnatic will even out the series.
A quick finish to an early lead as Fnatic equalize 1-1. Oscar with a great Poppy performance. Noah, we've seen his Ezreal get leads before, and then he makes that one step, he gets caught out, and he ends up getting punished. This game was not that at all. 27 minutes on the dot, Fnatic get a convincing win.
Brilliant stuff from Fnatic, and I'm excited now to see if they can leverage that into the next game as well. But we will have to take...
Like, really, and now he's getting it in a much easier matchup versus now.
It's an extremely easy matchup, this one. I'm really not a fan of what Fnatic did with their 4-5. I really think they should have just taken up.
Also just disgusting if you ever go underneath the tower, because it's, hey, I'm going to throw out solar.
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar in it, hang on.
Oscar.
The grass?
Oscar. Oh my god! Mirwin gets it!
Oh, safe top laner, level 1. But now, Razok set his sights on the bot lane.
And Earth's here as well. Crash down from Alvaro. TP in by Mirwin as they look to turn this play around. Razok's on his way into the fight. Jun falls first though. Alvaro gets the kill. Super able to walk away. Razok going in. Flash forward from Noah. It's going to be disaster for Fnatic. They flash for the kill. They lose 2 so far. Will it be more? Frescowi's trying to join the battle. So is Humanoid trying to escort the Ivern away. The jump forward. Razok has a bomb on his back and a cat there as well. Frescowi gets on the board.
A massive overforce from Fnatic in the bot lane, you'd expect. But in terms of experience, I think that Mirwin is in a fine spot. Fnatic, though, turn their attention to bot lane once again.
They're short, and that could be big here. Super doesn't have the flash. He'll be hit with the root caller. Alvaro should be able to walk away from this. His 80 carry's life will go down. Fnatic find that repeat gank in the bot side.
Quickly, they can actually take Oscar in down in the later portion.
Mirwin's looking for the dive here. Nature's Grass coming out. Oscar tries to jump, knocked back. The root caller won't call anyone, but the trigger seed will keep Oscar in and alive. Flash away, Mirwin tries to dash back in. Not tanking the tower yet. Frescowi here to join the battle. Daisy chasing Mirwin down, and we'll just knock him up as he manages to get in the bush. Bullet time came out, just looking for the engage there. Doesn't have the solar flare yet. Now they're going to go for the re-engage. Flash, shield of Daybreak, and Super cleanse flashes away, but not in time to save the day. Noah gets his second third plate of the game. With Humanoid showing in mid, Super and Alvaro think they can be a little greedier. Seismic Shove misses here, as does the Unraveled Earth, and you can't miss those Humanoid.
Stana. MDK are showcasing that they have some threats of their own. Razok needs to be careful.
Doesn't have Daisy here either. Does have the flash, has the root caller as well. He has to flash early, but Frescowi's on the chase. Fresquito with 2 quick kills back to back.
What in the hell? Ian?
Does, of course, have his E to be able to face check these rushes.
Fnatic, though, Noah, very powerful right now. Has that Bloodthirster complete. Flash, twisted advance. They go into Oscar in, and the bullet time comes across the wall as Super opens up. Noah has to cleanse away from the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Now Jun has to flash the wall. Alvaro going in with the Magnet Storm. Oscar trying to get to the Mega Gnar, but he's just short of it. Mirwin will fall, and both the top laners have been traded as Razok's being chased down by MDK. Ivan, King of the Jungle, able to escape for the moment. Daisy doing a little bit of work here as well, as MDK aren't done with the fight yet.
Super was in a great position to stop the ultimate from Noah, but now the follow-up.
Alvaro, Hex flashes forwards, pulled back, Zen is playing in, tries to land the Shadowing Strike, but Alvaro falls first, and it's the top laners, then the support's almost traded. A buster shot breaks Jun.
His side lane threat is going to be that much stronger, kind of forcing Fnatic to split apart.
Oh, Nature's Grass, Oscar in and dashes away. The Redemption coming out as well will heal him up, but it's not enough and not quick enough for Oscar to survive. The solar flare hits Mirwin though, and he can be tanky, but he's not tanky enough to get out of here. Bullet time rips through the wave, as Fnatic will make a 1-for-1 trade.
And now Fnatic are going to be the ones that threaten the tier 2 and bot. As long as Fnatic continue to chase MDK out, they can guarantee that push, but actually in and collapse on mid and hope that Oyoy again can kind of look for this play with the ultimate across this area, and may look for it right now.
Weaver's Wall will separate Mirwin from the team. Jun going in, knocked back with the Bramble Smash. Daisy joining the party. Frescowi down towards the bottom side, will be met by Oscar in it, who doesn't have the Mega Gnar. Bullet time from Noah could be a possibility here as Oscar in has to flash away. There's a bullet time, Elioya flashes as well. Jun still looking for the chase, and he's damn tanky with the Eclipse. Root caller hits onto Alvaro, knocked back with the seismic shove. Jun still tanking for days. The trigger seed keeping him alive. Another root caller goes in, and MDK just don't have the damage to work through Fnatic.
And it's what we talked about earlier. You're almost entirely AD on the MDK side, so
Line is going to be very tricky.
but that's why I think the way you have to play it is kind of what we're seeing now, is go for side picks, and they look for Oscar in it.
Oscar with the wallop. Nature's Grass coming out. Redemption as well. Frescowi already falling low. The locket will keep him shielded for the moment. Oscar tries to get another wallop, flashes in for it, but can't quite kill off.
These sides, that is how they can really win out on this game. But if they keep trying to force fights, the problem is, do they really have the front to back to be able to win out?
Solar Flare gets the slow. Alvaro doesn't have a flash, and he doesn't really have a way out of this one. Zenith Blade will follow him and take him out. Greedy pathing from Alvaro, I'm going to say.
Fnatic are just trying to force the 5v5, brute force the way onto this mid tower, knowing they're stronger in that position, but with no pressure on the map from MDK, they're fine to do
Grasp. Jun gets hit with it. The Weaver's Wall goes down as well. It will separate Alvaro from the rest of MDK. The Magnet Storm comes in. Fescawi has all the time in the world, but immediately they dive onto him. The Solar Flare flashes away from Noah, was knocked in with a buster shot, and Lyoya falls low. Oscar in on the backline trying to do everything he can. Alvaro flashes over the wall again. The trigger seeds from Razork are huge. Humanoid buys a second with the stopwatch. Fescawi though begins to open up. Jump, jump, jump from the Trist. He finds one, he's looking for two. Jun stuns him for a second. All of MDK somehow still alive. And Fnatic are sent packing.
Secret Agent Frescawi coming in behind Fnatic, and he looks fantastic. He has become the best player in the league at finding these creative angles, creative flanks to take down the opposition. And there, Buster shot Noah in
This series, well, this game at least has been the Frescawi show, the rookie showing that it belongs in those grand finals in Munich. MDK would be one game away from claiming that spot in the title match. Now they're pushing in. You can see Humanoid in the top lane trying to get a tier 2, but the tier 3s have been broken. Super can step forward in a second when he sees that Fnatic moved across. The arrow, look at the arrow, look at the arrow. Is it gonna hit? No. But MDK continues to push in. Channeling my inner Crepo there for a second.
Echoes of a past there.
The inhibitor goes down in the bot lane. The Weaver's Wall will split MDK up for a second. Humanoids look for Super, who doesn't have a flash, doesn't have a cleanse, perhaps doesn't have a hope of surviving. The Magnet Storm not used yet by Alvaro. They dive back in and Super's still alive. The bullet time rips through two. Mirwin has to dash away, but the Zenith blade straight through his heart. Fnatic find two. They lose one in him off the push.
Games where like you feel like you're winning, but at the same time you feel like it could swing just like that.
Weaver's Wall goes down. Mirwin and Lyoya separated. The Drake, the target for Frescawi, should be able to secure it. They do. Inside Super and Alvaro. Lyoya puts the Nature's Grass down. Humanoid's going to tank it. Jun's going to do the same. Mikhail's on him first. Alvaro goes in with a Magnet Storm on the backline. Jun down to half HP already. Alvaro the same. Oscar in with an arm into the wall. Frescawi stunned up with a one-up. Frescawi's down! Vedius Stradamus called it seems! You, Plato and Vin Diesel can predict the future! Fnatic win the fight somehow out of nowhere, and credit has to go to Oscar.
A single moment is sometimes all it takes, and Oscar, a player that ends up dying at the end of it, hasn't been able to find that ultimate in this game, but a single ultimate may be all that he needed.
Super and Mirwin versus Razork, Noah, and Humanoid, and that's a battle we'll have to wait for because their Super's pushing on the inhibitor in the bot.
to follow up on the rest of the fight, and they're just not as strong in the 5v5.
Ooh, this is going to be
TP,
fast.
Double TP. It's going to be fast, as you say, Betty. MDK already down to 4,000. It's gone. The Baron secured for the Mad Lions. Koi, can they get out of the fight? They should be able to. Mirwin still looking for that flank position. The Weaver's Wall, who will be separated. Alvaro weaved away. The inhibitor still stands. MDK with that Baron for another minute. We'll push through the mid lane. Noah opens up on Frescawi. Frescawi! Need to get out of there.
Yeah, Noah can't.
Oh,
Big dash!
And Frescawi is down! And how many times have we doubted Noah in the clutch? How many times?
Noah, you still have the setup from Fnatic and MDK. Sure, they have Baroned up creeps, but how much is that going to help them out here?
Noah is frontlining. It's Juggernaut all over again. Jug of Fortune, it seems. As Alvaro is down to half HP, the Nexus Tower is the target for Fnatic, but they haven't quite got the damage on them yet. Now they begin to open up. The dash in from Alvaro with the Magnet Storm. Nature's Grass coming in as well. Oscar dashes in. He manages to get the damage on Super, and it's all done, but the singing, I feel. Frescawi comes in. There's no wave left for Fnatic. Bams, I spoke too quickly, and the is still looking for that flank, but Noah, look at the heals on him as he begins to rattle through this minion wave. The first Nexus Tower, a breath away. Mirwin dodges the seismic shove, the root of Frescawi! The root of Frescawi buries him in the dirt, and Fnatic take the Nexus Towers. Alongside it, the Nexus, it seems, and in a comeback win, Fnatic are one win away from Grand Finals.
That seed of skepticism was always there. A single fight was all Fnatic needed to turn the game around. I wasn't expecting it to come off the back of Oscar, but he finds that Megan Art that changes the whole momentum. A great game in order to be this strong side lane threat, because when it comes to team fights, I think I give Fnatic the edge once more.
Yeah, I agree with what Betty's put forward. Like,
the losing side of that trade, but he's got double biscuit, double popped. So I think he'll be able to sustain up in the near future. Oh, Jun now goes in. Alvaro stunned up with the Shadowing Strike. Elyoya coming in as well. Jun falling low and he's hit with a Winter's Bite. Alvaro gets first blood.
The advantage.
Okay, we'll be like, well, cool, thanks for the leash. Humanoid still only just getting past his tier 3. Mirwin gonna get knocked back with the all out. Oscar in is still on the chase, and Mirwin flashes the pot enough to keep him alive. And now Fnatic get the Drake.
How did that happen?
I know the Hex Flash came over the wall from Jun, but after that, I'm not entirely certain.
Minute and a half. The grub's now probably going to be started by Razor. Noah and Jun overstep. The root caller comes out, and Jun's life is forfeit. And as soon as the Zyra went...
Alright. I thought that he would try to get the kill there. Looks like he was just a bit back.
Lightning crash flash from Alvaro, misses the Windows Piper, hits the auto attack. The stun comes down with the concussive blows. Humanoids here behind them should be able to get at least one. He's going to be stunned up immediately though. Super still has the cleanse, but you can't cleanse a buster shot. A rocket to the back will send anyone packing. Humanoid flashing forward, looking for more. Alvaro eats the damage.
Well,
yep.
I see Razor walking towards it.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolute cinema. Like, there's no way Razor gets in here to steal this away. Humanoid is going to jump on Fnatic to put some damage down. The Drake taken. There was no smite for Elyoya, I will say. But,
and I think that Fnatic really should prioritize at least trying to get one of them.
Jun flashing into Elyoya here. Elyoya still has the flash, and that was...
It's going to cost them.
It's going to cost them a lot. Alvaro's here for the flank. Glacial Fisher goes down. Razor able to get away from it with his flash of his own, but Jun doesn't have that same liberty. MDK will take him out.
This is kind of where we've seen Jun again. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the mid lane lead for Humanoid. Super has the lead in the bot lane. Lightning Crash coming out from Noah. The minion tanks a couple of his auto attacks. He's looking for more. Jun is hit. And okay, perhaps Noah might be able to build a little bit of a lead, but Jun takes the kill in the end. Still jumps across with the blast cone. Jun is on the wrong side of the wall. The rest of his team down in the river right now. Fnatic spotted with that Scryer's Bloom. The Dragon down to 4,000. Fnatic still looking for the flank, but it's only on to Oscar Rin, and Pathmaker comes out. Glacial Fisher, the Magnus Storm, but they can't go in because the Braum ultimate locks them in place. Stranglethorn's coming out as well. The Lightning Crash from Noah. Merwin dashes in, flashes out. Fnatic's trying to still get in from the side, and I think Fnatic will walk away wounded. Fnatic can look for more. Oscar left to his own devices on the front line. MDK might want a little bit more out of this play.
MDK playing so well around their poke, and they're going to keep this up as Fnatic try to retreat to the tower, but is that actually safety?
The dance from MDK is so exquisite as they play so patiently. MDK, they don't want to ruin it now.
Fnatic are looking for something. They know they have to push forward rather than go back. Mirwin, no flash, remember, and Humanoid just walks him down. The Ignite taking the buster shot. Super kills him. The dash in from Jun is blocked by the Unbreakable, and Fnatic went forward, but the only place they're going is back to the fountain. Don't want to go in on.
Yeah, true, but I think it's now in a position where MDK have control of the map, and trying to get vision is tough.
Noah dashes across the wall, is rooted. Fnatic going back in, and Alvaro finds it.
It was with the ultimate.
Yeah. And now the Baron begun from MDK. They've already caught out Noah. 0-3-3 this game, and what can Fnatic do? Humanoid's in bot wave. He's not TPing in. MDK will get the Baron 22 minutes in. Now Humanoid will take a tier 2 for this, but MDK will have 3 minutes with a Baron buff to find everything they can.
Baron secured for MDK.
They just cleared their whole jungle, so they really shouldn't be stepping outside of their base anyway. MDK don't have an easy avenue to actually force a fight, unless, you know, Fnatic overstep as the Stranglethorn's gone down onto Elyoya. Oscar looking for a little bit more. Humanoid dumping in. The Unbreakable from Alvaro will save Elyoya, but the Lightning Crash will find its mark. Magnus Storm into the blast cone, knocks Jun over the wall. The all out on the Super. Oh my god! Fnatic could have sat and waited, but instead they decided now is the time to strike, and MDK have lost 3. Mirwin trying to get away. He's distracting from Fnatic, but Razor knows he's there. Fnatic has to dash away, no mana left on him. Mirwin might escape down towards the bottom side. Fnatic dances back, but there's a plant waiting for him in the bush. Avina's flytrap, perhaps, as Fnatic's caught, and somehow Fnatic find 4.
This is where Fnatic are kind of hitting their stride, and if they can just find one moment like this, It could be his.
Super Unbreakable down. Frescowy going to Razork though. The chain's only hit onto Jun. Glacial Fisher just shot. Humanoid opening up on Mirwin. Oscar finds one. Elioya's caught out. Jun looking for that Magnet Storm. Super able to dash away from him. Alvo does not have that same luxury. Super caught as well. And Fnatic immediately find the fight.
Another favorable fight for is taking everything.
You can't hit what you can't see, and Fnatic are continuously just playing around these little choke points, finding those moments, and Razor getting that lockup onto Super. It looked a little bit sketchy to begin with because it was a little follow-up, but it got the time that Fnatic needed to find those engages, and that setup from Oscar Rinnan was beautiful.
It really was, and like you have to look at Razork in these last two plays. He lands the route over the wall in the play around the red buff. He lands this route, and as much as you say, yeah, there's no initial follow-up, it gets some of those spells out. It gets the arcane shift out. It gets the unbreakable out.
Specifically against Ezreal, you don't have the damage to take him down. Mirwin doesn't have the damage to take him down. Mirwin might get taken down though.
Yeah, he does have the flash. Frescowy coming to join the party. Humanoid with a double buster. Call him Keaton because he's bustering all over them. Humanoid's going to try and heal up. Frescowy's down to half HP. Mirwin about the same. The chains land once again. Frescowy's clone is forced out. Mirwin has an explosion shot on him. Look at the bot side. Yeah, no, but Humanoid can just delay. Who cares? The bot side is winning. Frescowy dives in. They have to get back. The TP's invested immediately. Fnatic get the inhib. Frescowy won't use his teleport.
How much damage MDK can do?
They call him Oscar winning for a reason. TP comes in from Humanoid. Frescowy dashes in, puts a bit of damage onto Jun. Alvaro has to pop the Unbreakable early to try and keep this toad alive, but it's not going to be standing for too much longer. The Baron expiring in 4 seconds time. Humanoid opens up on Super. Alvaro goes in with the Winter's Bite. Glacial Fisher. Frescowy has a good flank. Dashes in twice and takes out Humanoid, who kills Oscar Rinnan. You don't need to. Jun and Humanoid are down now. It's up to Razork, Noah, and Oscar Rinnan to try and get out, but Noah, the shield just in time. Alvaro going forward once again. Oscar Rinnan sacrifices himself for the good of the team, but MDK have other plans. Noah down. The shutdown to Super. It's a 4-0 in favor of MDK.
The pings are going down into mid lane. MDK with 5 members alive and only Razork left means that they're looking to try and potentially end.
Frescowy will come in with full life, full mana, and a full heart as MDK look to even out the series.
How the hell did that just happen?
Frescowy with the flank once again. He finds his avenue onto the backline. He shuts down Humanoid. They've set their sights on the Nexus. Jun is back.
There aren't many minions left. Humanoid's up in 8 seconds time. If Jun can kill a couple of these minions, maybe he can hold on to hope. He tries to take one, concussive blows will slow him. There's still 1 minion there, and that's all MDK needed. Humanoid jumps in, but he can do nothing in the face of 5 Mad Lions. We're going to Game 5.
A back and forth banger. Elioya with a big smile on his face. They're still in this series. Fnatic were in a position to close out that game, and it only took a single flank to flip the game on its head.
An incredible flank from that. Frescowy once more getting those creative.
Jungle.
The Mad Lions scored.
They needed an AP threat, and they've gone for a Mumu. Elioya, I love the fact that Elioya was also looking over at Fnatic while it was locked in. He was like, I'm going to secure this.
It's going to reset.
But Razork, no. Elioya showed. Elioya showed. He stepped out. He was probably looking for Humanoid under the tower. And remember, Amumu has a second cube. Humanoid has a minion wave here to save him. Flashes away. Counter flash from Elioya.
What am I watching right now?
Yeah.
There's a Kennen, there's an Amumu, there's a Braum.
Humanoid jumped on here. Frescowy still has the flash. Jun here to back up, and there's the bandit shots, but a great double knockup from Jun. Elioya went in, but he's crying now as Frescowy sent back to the fountain. Razork looking for more. Elioya, bandage toss goes wide, but the Unbreakable won't be enough. A phosphorus bomb finds his face and sends him packing. Fnatic found 2.
And that just little
threshold of having that as an ability.
So just a bit of trading. Razork does have the smite available. He's got to be careful here.
Flash from Alvaro trying to block the jump away from Razork. And the Sejuani is burnt poor. Meanwhile in the top.
Besides, you know what? Noah's a bit low instead.
Noah uses the dash early there. That means Elioya can go in. Curse of the Sad Mummy. Noah has no flash, no cleanse, no hope. Elioya brings a tantrum, and Noah is...
Not be the late Grace as he tries to escape away here.
Yeah, it should be fine just to walk away from this. Elio's on his way down, has that Curse of the Sad Mummy again.
I think that for a long time. Hang on a second.
Jun goes in onto Super. There's the Arcane Shift away, but the Curse of the Sad Mummy immediately back onto Jun. He dashes away just in time, and Elio falls to 200 HP, but Super with a True Shot Barrage goes straight through the heart of Jun. Noah brought back as well. He tries to get the burst fire off, but he's not allowed to. Super gets a double, a deft hand in this fight, it seems. Another Mystic Shot hits across the wall. He's looking for more. He's chasing down. Razork having to run for the hills, manages to escape, dashing away. Can Humanoid have that same chance? I don't think so. TP in from Oscar in, no slicing Maelstrom. They look for the tower for Sky, we can't find it in time. Oscar's half HP with no ultimate, only a flash to try and dash into this fight.
Razork reposition him into the waiting hands of Super. Means that he's able to get the resets on the jumps and set up for the play, and now Mirwin finds Humanoid.
Humanoid still has the flash here. Mirwin's going to flash first. Well, the Spear Land doesn't need it. Just uses an auto attack to send Humanoid with the Oracles. This is a 4v3. Mirwin not able to come across in time. Humanoid has the TP. Oscar unable to get close enough yet. Noah dashes in. Lightning Crash. The Rift-Held smited. Razork trying to get behind them here. Oscar is still on that flank. The quickness onto 4. Oscar has the flash, but the Glacial Fissure will lock him up. He's stunned immediately. Fnatic dived in one by one. They might have still die after. Super has the red buffs, the double buffs. Noah dashes across the wall. Piscowie here to join the party. Humanoid is not. But Jun and Razork will be able to escape. The Rift-Held was
MDK, but the hero play from Alvaro, the knock up onto Oscar as he tries to make the play, and MDK turn it back in Fnatic's face, and they're getting so much more on the map.
I mean, it wasn't just Alvaro, the ulti from Elioya as well. The flash came in from Oscar, and it was Oscar who was sad. Like, he was
Especially when Alvaro didn't have his exhaust up, that could have been it, but now he does, and might need to use it.
I think he might be dead here. Does have the flash, can stand beside me onto Mirwin. Flash, stand beside me. The slicing mouse from Sean again! Don't worry, Oscar. All guys have been there before as Razork's caught up towards the top side. Super diving in, another bandage shot, but a red buff in the way now for Super. Mystic Shot onto it. Noah brings down the lightning, but Super brings down the hammer. Razork is dead once again. The red buff secured for Fnatic. But everything Fnatic do is slammed in their face by MDK, by Super. In fact, 5-0-1 now, and he continues to open up. Humanoid has to TP away to stop Piscowie from taking the tier 2 in the bot lane. And Oscar's locked up with a Glacial Fissure, and it's all coming up roses for MDK.
Fnatic are falling apart. This was supposed to be...
Because I reckon it's between 0 and 1. And that's not to say that he's having a bad performance. That's really keep an eye on that ward though for a potential TP flank.
Oh, it's coming. TP just outside of vision range. Super dashes away from the Glacial Prison.
They don't know.
Oscar's on his way. The quickness, the Maelstrom, and Fnatic find purchase on the game. They find 2. Super down. Mirwin follows.
They had to take it slow. They had to not give that moment to Fnatic, but the greed was there. They tried to go for the all-in in the jungle, and Fnatic bite back.
A single ward was all it took, and Oscar could finally find a flank. Dagda talked about it earlier. A Kennen ultimate can be the game changer. And that is exactly what it's going to be for Fnatic. Barons.
River makes it a little bit more difficult for Fnatic to get Avenue's attack, but keep your eyes on Oscar in. There is little to no vision for MDK to spot out the Kennen.
Glacial Prison, Blast Cone, slicing Maelstrom onto Super, he immediately flashes away, but Oscar flashes to follow him, and all the gold lead for MDK evaporates in an instant. Super is no longer, nor's Elioya, and Fnatic are finally fighting back.
The Blast Cone angle.
Alvaro, as Fnatic will get the mid-turret. They'll be able to put pressure onto the tier 2 and bottom side. But the TP, will it even come through? The tower stays standing for just a moment.
TP will come in. You could have sacked tier 2 in the mid lane for this, but Alvaro's down immediately. So it's a tier 1 in the mid lane, a tier 2 in the bot. Dodged away with the Arctic Assault. Oscar still on that flank. They don't have vision on Oscar. They don't have vision on Oscar. Piscowie's a mile away from this fight, and they don't have vision on Oscar! Oscar in! Finds himself onto Super, and he's immediately forced out of the fight. Alvaro will fall first, and Elioya will follow suit. The True Shot Barrage will manage to kill off Oscar, but the Drake goes over to Fnatic, and once again, it's Oscar winning!
Elioya falls, the smite is gone.
The darkness on this map is terrifying and full of electric rats, and they are absolutely tearing through MDK at every opportunity they get.
A tower in mid lane will fall in a matter of seconds. Fnatic still looking for that flank. A signature of his, the inhibitor, short to follow after the turret. Elioya goes in with the first bandage toss. He's looking for that second, but there's minions in the way. The Glacial Prison going wide. Oscar in hanging near the back. No flash for him. Super splash. Slightly short of cooldown. Both the teams are going to butt heads around this mid
They're
wave.
pinging it.
A couple of pings come out, as you say. TP. Going towards the bottom side, out of vision for now. Razork dashing in with the Arctic Assault. It's Humanoid who comes in to join the battle. And still,
That's the base.
mid-wave push for Fnatic. MDK going to start to back away. Oscar in and could try and keep them around. Fnatic trying to do enough to keep Super around. He's going to interrupt two. Super and Fnatic unable to get back.
He can TP
Oscar has
onto
the
the
TP in. Onto the Super minion would be the target. Can't keep it alive yet. The quickness coming out. Fnatic have walked in the front door. And MDK, they left it unlocked. Fnatic take the series. And MDK get nothing. As Fnatic just walk through the base.
What a finish! MDK caught with their pants down. They were interrupted by Oscar in, and it was not a final fight. It was not an epic moment. Fnatic.
Decision in that moment. You can vote for one of those Fnatic players in your key player of the game at LEC on X. It's Oscar in and Humanoid and